in his book, Hello Habits, Fumio Sasaki said 45% of our actions are habits rather than decisions made on the spot. I'm one who wakes up before the sun even comes up, and I love to make a habit of watching the sunrise. I've read several studies that show that when you make your bed first thing in the morning, it can increase your motivation and it can help you to be able to improve your day. It's like, wow, I accomplished something today, and then you start to say, what can I accomplish next? It's also said that we live a third of our lives in our bedrooms, and so you want to look at something that's neat and comfy feeling. While my bed is very plain and not fancy at all, it still feels good to have it made. When we come home, we take our shoes off at the door because I do not want dirt all over my floor. You could actually bring in lots of lead and bacteria through your shoes. I don't want that in my house. After I cook a meal, it's important to be able to clean your stove. You have so many things that could be on that surface that if you keep it there, that's really not good for you. It could clog your burner, it can cause fires, and you could have grease and nasty things that just can contaminate your meals. All of my cleaners are made with vinegar, water, baking soda, and essential oils. I have a specific degreaser that I use for this stove. And the stove covers also have to be cleaned. I don't believe I have to do it every day, but you definitely need to make sure that there's no grease on those. Something people ignore is cleaning behind the knobs. You could easily pull them off and then clean inside them too. At least once a week, clean the inside of your oven. Again, this is a simple habit that may not be simple at first, but as over time you do this, it becomes just a regular thing that you just do automatically. Something simple I like to remember is that when you get dirty and grimy from grease, you want to take a shower right away. And the same goes for your stove and your oven. You don't want to have that sit for too long.
A habit that I've made is that when you come home from grocery shopping, you don't just let things sit for hours or days before you put them away. You organize things in your fridge, you make sure everything's put where it needs to be. A lot of what I have, I like to take out of the containers. I have these granola bars and cereal bars that my son likes to eat for his breakfast. So right away, I'll take certain things out of the boxes. I'll take the box completely apart, and then I'll put it in the recycling, and I put them in a way that we could see them and where it's not clunky or a package all getting bent or out of shape. And it's just easier for me to have things where I could see exactly how much are left. A lot of times if they're in boxes, I'm like, well, okay, maybe there's like 3 left. But at least this way I could see, okay, well this one has 3 left, so maybe I need to get some more soon. And then I can replenish. It's just a better aid for me visually. Any sort of packaging that you have that you could take out, like my butter sticks, I like to take out right away from the box, and I put the sticks in the door on the side. Also, when cereal boxes or any sort of container, right away, I like to just take it apart, fold it up if I need to, stick it in my recycling bag. When I'm done with something that I've used all of, such as this, when I'm done using it, I wash it out right away and I put it in the recycling. So this is just a habit that I've made over time, just so I could take care of things and not let it sit and wait or clutter up my kitchen or my refrigerator, whatever it might be.
If you've been to my channel for a while, then you'll know that I have a small kitchen, very teeny tiny. I have a family of 5, and so I have to do dishes often. I don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. When we're done eating our food, I always put water in the container so it doesn't harden. I was taught that as a kid, and I like to clean things as soon as I can, especially at the end of the night, so that way you just get all the nasty things out of your glasses, your plates. Why should that sit there? I used to hate doing the dishes so much, and now I find it so relaxing and calming. And it's because I made a habit of doing it, and I've been doing it since I was about 7 years old. but I've come to realize the importance of it. I also think that if someone were to come over my house, I don't want to have a stack of dishes just sitting there looking dirty. It shows that I am not very clean. And I want my guests to feel like they are important and they are valued. And if I give them food, I want it to be in nice containers. It's also important every day to clean your sink out. So I have a little drain thing. I cleaned that out. And now I'm actually going to scrub the inside of the sink with water, and some Meyer soap is what I used. And you just have to dig in there sometimes and you'll feel some of the grease build up or just the dirt that is just stuck to the side. Since you're putting your dishes in here and you're cleaning those, you don't want to put them in a dirty sink. Also, I like to scrub around everything to make sure it's clean. As a young child of a family of 5, we shared one small little bathroom together, and now I have a family of 5 and we share one small bathroom together. With that, we all put our spit in here all day, and whatever else you're doing, it needs to be cleaned daily, and plus calcium builds up quickly on here. My soap will just get stuck to the sink, so that's what I'm scrubbing is everything here, so it's clean.
As soon as I get the mail, I don't just put it on a pile somewhere. Right away, I get it, I look through it. What I like to do is I take the address off and I shred it. And then I take the inside plastic piece off. And I know a lot of people don't really care to do this. It doesn't take too long. Take the inside plastic piece out. Then you can recycle this. This has to be thrown out, unfortunately. When you pile things up over time, the next day you get a pile, and the next day you get a pile, and you keep stacking those up on each other, it's gonna take you about half an hour to get through. While I believe that if I get it right away and I go through it, it takes me 2 minutes. And I just know people where I go inside their house and there's their stack of mail. So I want to avoid that. I don't want people to see my stack of mail. I want them to come over and see there's no stack at all. Paper clutter over time it's not pretty. Oh, I avoid it, and you can too.
Because we live in such a small place here, I have to sweep every single day because we're moving in and out, and I'm cooking in this one area, and people are eating things, crumbs get around, and it's just important to clean your floors. Plus, I don't want any critters in my house, and thankfully I don't get them. At the end, you could see I am sweeping my bathroom. I sweep the entire house. I have my son sweep up their room, and then they vacuum for me. You see my garbage can, my recycling can. It's just a very small hallway, and I don't have much of a dining area. The high chair is on the one side here, so everything gets dirty so quickly. It could be one of the downsides of having a small place, but I can't imagine having a huge place that I had to keep clean all the time. I think it's easier for me to clean a small home because there's less to have to clean, and then I have so much time free. Put it this way, I wake up at 5:30 and then I'm starting to clean, I feed the baby, I get everything prepped for the day, and I get everything cleaned within like an hour because there's just not much to do and I've made a habit of it. And then the cleanup at night is even shorter.
If you are going to store things where you want to see it visually and you buy containers, I suggest not buying containers unless you have nothing recyclable that you can use as a container. I use a lot of my jars. This was an applesauce jar, and I have my mini stroopwafels in this. If you don't know what a stroopwafel is, it's a Dutch thing. You put it over your coffee, it melts. It's caramel, and it's really good. But anyway, my point is that I like to have things visually available to me just because I know when I'm low. And a package like this originally came in a plastic bag that had sort of a tape to keep it closed so it's fresh. And to me, this is just keeps it fresher. As an example, my oldest son, he has his own job. He loves to eat ice cream. Almost every day he eats ice cream, buys his own syrup. And then we have sprinkles that he loves to use. So he himself noticed that he was getting low on sprinkles, and this is from an applesauce jar. that he decided he was gonna buy more sprinkles so that when this is very low or almost out, he could just refill it with this container, which I could actually do that. I could put this stuff. This is the habit that you have to make. So I'm gonna have to teach him to do this because it's something I do, is that if I'm low, I'll put all this in a little bowl. I'll put the new stuff in here and then add it. This is just a simple habit that now I see my son doing a similar thing because that's how he was raised. Yeah. Something else I like to do is I put my milk in glass containers. I know that you don't have to do this, but say I buy it like this. I don't like plastic containers for the most part, so this is in a cardboard container. I could see how much milk I have left. I bought another one. I'm gonna put it in the container so that way I have where I know exactly how much I have left, while this, it's like, you can't really tell. You have to like look it up at the light maybe, or you have to feel it. To me, it's better if I could see it visually.
Don't forget to just enjoy your life. Relax, rest, don't have any distractions. It's another habit you can make to just stop.